No! No! Low-key faceless. I don't know. Faceless, if you flicker it, just finds you stuff repeatedly. It guarantees draws a relevant spell, which I'm a fan of, as opposed to just drawing a land, like Cloudbraid. Like, I would take this out first. Because this finds, like, specific things. This is like, Oh, two people saying faceless. No. No. You know what? Because you, both Twitch and YouTube said take out faceless, even though it doesn't draw lands, I'm taking out Cloudblazer. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, both chats. Okay, so we're here with Zokai? Zokai? Yeah, that's what we're calling it. Flickering Talon, 3-mana 2/3 Jeskai, Flying Vigilance Haste. When it enters, it discounts the next non-creature by 1. When you cast your second spell, flicker something. It has to be a creature. So this to me is not as good as Yorion, or really a lot of the blue-white flicker kind of creature stuff things matter commanders. But it's got red. Some of the red cards are interesting. Bedlam Reveler is particularly interesting. You'll just never run a gas if you have that. There is a rather egregious downside to this, and I'm seeing it now as I speak. There's not really anything, in my opinion, that is super ideal to truly discount with this that's worth playing. That is a very bad sign, right? You can play this, and then next turn, cast an extra turn spell. But to me, that isn't really getting you anywhere at all, except playing an extra land or something. And then congratulations, all you did was play whatever it is green likes to do, but on the second half of the game instead of the turns where it matters, which is 1, 2, and 3. So, I don't know. There's not a lot of cards that I care to discount by 1. Especially when you have to run spells that are rather cheap to cast 2 in the first place. It discounts 2-mana spells by 1, which is the biggest thing it does. Cutting spells in half in their casting cost is the most significant thing you can do, right? It's 50% as opposed to a 3-drop, which is 33%. A 4-drop is 25% of it. So your 2-drops are the huge benefit. I could probably find more 2-mana spells with this card that are really good, but there's not a ton of them that I like that also play heavily into flickering things. Flickering this to me is pointless. So I don't think this works. I don't think it works at all. But we're going to try something like this just to see what happens. Spell Slingy, bunch of 1-minute spells to, get this going. And then, yeah, all right. That's all I've got for you. Those are the words. They're either good enough or they're not. Cheaper mass bounce? I mean, yeah, 5-minute River's Rebuke. Assuming you didn't cast anything else. I don't know. I really... We're sending it. Chat, I have an hour. I only have an hour. I'm sorry. I took way too long. Get in there, Zoe. And then die to this. Worth the trade, though. Absolutely worth the trade. Good luck, have fun, although fun is limited and luck will run out. Whatever. For your time on Earth is limited, boy. Do what you will with it while you have it. Haha, you fool! What? What? Oh wait, they they didn't heist this. They that was their own. That was their own. Okay. Alright, land is a land. I'll take a land. Land is fine here, I think. Oh, this is just such a nightmare. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. Oh my goodness. Blowing up my blue sources was huge. Stone Rain? What are you doing? What are you doing? Chad, I'm about to get upset. I'm in the constables of upsetness. Demolish? Okay. I can recast Flage, so killing it is mid. Yes! Yes! I'm crashing out. Okay, whatever my opponent just did was actually pretty cool. I'm just upset I lost, but I like it. Swissbeer's teachings? Chat, we played this for 4 hours and it did nothing, and here it is probably being really good. Oh, you love my content? Well, that makes one of us. The better Jeskai commander? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Violently crashing out. You'll see me on the YouTube channel Police Activity in like 2 months. Why didn't I win that game of Magic? Sir, we just need you to breathe. I am breathing! I am breathing! Can't you say I'm breathing? Can't you say? Do you not know what breathing is? Sir, we need you to calm down. I'm as calm as it can possibly be. Can't you say? Sir, in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm using my mouth to yell. I can't breathe. Sir, you said you could breathe a second ago. Are you twisting my words? Sir, no. Alright, well, we answered stuff, and we actually got around Swissbeer's being calm and playing Magic Arena. Yeah, maybe it's not synonymous. I don't know. I've done my best. It's only been 7 years. Did your mother the chemical way? Oh, she did that nice and proper. Alright, we swing with this. We have stuff. We can do this at some point with text. Things are great, unless they are not. What you got there? What's my opponent's name? Scoragami? Scaragami? Magic Arena has made you relapse twice? Oh, opponent, you've made a mistake. Oh my goodness. Unless you didn't, because I draw nothing. But we'll see. Yeah. Now I have no blue mana, and my opponent can resolve whatever they want, and then I lose anyways. Alright. Who? Why? Well, I don't have blue mana. I don't have blue mana. Chat, we're about to go Galaxy Brain. No, I'm not going to counter my own Reflector Mage. We're not doing that. Work highest restaurant customers yell at me on a daily basis. I crash out on Arena even harder. Yeah. Someone said something, and I'm like, sir, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, and doesn't take precedence here at my establishment. And they're like, alright, bet. Hold my beer, literally. I can't work a cashier job. I just can't do it. Are we gonna win? Chat, we're gonna win. You make goblins? Yeah, you make all the goblins in the world. Yeah, you fetch that land. Go on. You go to 4. That's right, you go to 4. Yeah. Yes. Literally already crashing out. Play your commander. Do it. 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 Ah, whatever. I really need a white card for this Solitude. Why did my opponent Cavernous Dryad? Okay. Alright, this is the part where we never draw a land and lose a game. Oh! Oh! Chat. Oh my goodness, chat. No way. Alright, I can't cast spells on my opponent's turn. Probably not a big deal. Honestly, not really a big deal, but... Superior skill and intellect? Yes. Yes. No lands from the opponent, big and true. So... what are you gonna do? Swords of Plowshares? Send it, opponent. You send that, Swords of Plowshares. Go on. Okay, they didn't send it. Must not exist. Must not exist. Otherwise, they would have sent it. Do I draw here? I feel like I draw. Yeah, it's kind of tragic. But... maybe bouncing is like borderline the same, if not the same. What is this 1 minute card, chat? Is it Flare? How do you have a 1 minute card that's white that you're not casting? Pant Laza Enjoyer. Found ourselves a Scaly. Found ourselves a Scaly. Or whatever the furries called the ones without the fur. It's all uphill for Millhouse? Send it. You ain't blocking. Look at me. Look at you. You ain't blocking. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, Chad, I played him backwards. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yes! Come on, Oracle. One time, Oracle. Just one time can you be busted. Just for once. Is this the time you win the game? Come on. You're so close, buddy. Yeah, whatever. Discover for 4 twice. Yeah, whatever. You gotta go. Have a good night. Don't tell me what to do. And then they find swords. And then they just find swords. Yep, of course. Got to be kidding me, dude. Shambles. Shambles. Chat, I missed 2 damage. I missed 2 damage, chat. I missed 2 damage. I missed 2 damage. Shambles. I missed 2 damage. I missed 2 damage. I missed 2 damage. Okay. Maybe it doesn't actually matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yep. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh my goodness, does it not matter? Nope, no strangle, no strangle. Come on. Huge. Oh, we won. We won, right? That's enough that's enough creatures. Yes. So this commander just doesn't work. I don't think that's a surprise, though. I went in believing that, and I left also believing that. So it just doesn't really work. You need things to bounce. You also need 2 spells a turn. Now, a creature that enters the battlefield counts as a spell, but you need another spell anyways. It's Singleton 100. You can't just rely on your opening hand to do everything ever. And if you do, you're doing one of 2 things. You're either all in on one of the things this does, or you're just gambling. And there are way better commanders that gamble than this. And when I mean gambling, I mean mulligan, you didn't get what you need. Mulligan, you didn't get what you need. Concede, because it's not a ranked format. That's what I mean when gambling. You can either do that, or you can run a bunch of 1-minute spells. It took a surprisingly short amount of times to get a fair amount of wins with this. However, this is terrible. I don't recommend this. This is probably the best it's ever going to be. I do not believe discounting spells that cost literally more than 1 mana is ever relevant. Someone will have to show me a deck list, but I don't believe that. So the only thing that this will ever do with the top part of its text box, that's not the combat stuff, is discount your 2-mana spells by 1 mana. I still think that's terrible, and you shouldn't do that. I think it's all in on 1-mana spells. You can run some amount of 2-mana spells. I was not really doing this. But you could, because you expect this to enter a lot. However, it does not discount it on a relevant turn. You cast this on turn 3. We're not green. So you cast on turn 3. Your discounted spell does not defend this. So you either run a bunch of mana rocks to play this on turn 3 and have a floating mana, and then that floating mana, when you pass back to your opponent, actually matters. So you need like a counter spell, defensive spell, whatever kind of spell, so this doesn't die when you pass back to your opponent. I think that is taking up so much room for this commander that it's not worth it. You have like 10 mana rocks on turn 2, and then a bunch of 2-mana spells that are not really that great unless you've exactly played this on, turn 3. I don't know. Doesn't really work to me. Terror of the Peaks, I don't think ever entered the battlefield. It is a 5-mana sorcery. I think this card, if it does resolve, is a must-answer threat, and a lot of people will have that mindset. This deck does not exploit what Terror of the Peak does, but it, to me, is one of the cheaper spells that scares your opponent into, oh, I must answer this, without realizing the greater context of the matchup, that this really isn't actually doing much more than lava axing you every turn. 5 damage a turn is pretty scary. It can be, but by the time this enters, it might not be. If there's a cheaper spell that's like just as scary, send it. But I don't know. I think this is worth thinking about here. I never got Bedlam Reveler into play. This is one of the best cards for this commander, in my opinion. It's just really, really good. I think there's another card. There's like a Minotaur. Yeah, whatever the Minotaur is. Could probably enter this deck as well. But I wouldn't say they're Winmore either. I think this and the Minotaur, it's not a Minotaur. Oh, it's not a Minotaur. Alright, this thing could probably come into this deck as well. It's not impossible to cast this. It works with the commander, sort of just like how Bedlam Reveler works. So I think this works as well. I will say, relying on your commander to do anything is just not reliable in general. There's plenty of cards that are good with ETBs that this cares about, but outside of the flurry thing, I don't like this. I actually forgot it had haste a few times. That's my mistake. Fortunately, none of the games where I forgot this had haste mattered. I still either won or lost anyways. But this does have haste. Keep that in mind. Sometimes 2 damage does matter, especially when you really... you're playing something like this. Nightclub Bouncer and Reflector Mage are huge. I mean, talking about the blue and white cards that this cares about is basically talking about why Yorion might be good, but you're just not Yorion for whatever reason. You know, maybe you've drank too much vodka, maybe you just don't want to play Yorion, maybe you're just a Jeskai enjoyer and nothing else matters to you. But if you really want this effect, Yorion is better. Not only does Yorion cost 5, where a lot of games I just felt like casting this by the time Yorion was castable. This is kind of where I was casting it anyways, right? When I could cast Yorion. So it's not like this is coming out faster and doing anything exploitative. It's just coming out when Yorion comes out. And I just... a fair amount of the games, not every game, but a fair amount of the games, is coming out when Yorion would come out, right? And both Yorion and this demand some kind of board state that cares about stuff that has ETBs. However, this not only is like Yorion, it only cares about creatures, even though the discount is non-creatures. So it's got this blue-red prowess fetish thing going on, while also ignoring the best parts of flickering things, while also itself not doing anything particularly scary if it resolves. I believe there's 1 or 2 opponents that killed it when they probably didn't have to and should have killed something more relevant, and like, oh, it's your commander, I'll kill it. That's just, it's a 2/3 that doesn't do that much, especially when I don't have any other cards to do anything with it. So, I don't know. It doesn't work. It doesn't fundamentally work. Every win you get with it feels exciting, and a lot of it might rely on, unfortunately, Mana Tithe, Mana Drain, Swords of Plowshares, maybe Esper Sentinel if they don't deal with it. It does play unique cards because it has red, but those unique cards don't bring anything that I feel like Yurion's... Just play Yorion. Just play Yorion. That's it. That's it. Alright, that's all I've got for you, so... Let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.